how to get more high ticket life coaching clients. This is what we're going to talk about today. Biggest problem coaches have, especially life coaches, is they can get cheap clients, but they struggle to get clients who actually have money. And what I want to do is I want to share with you the best strategies that I've found for attracting high ticket life coaching clients. Number one, who can pay high ticket prices. So let's talk about this. The first problem that coaches are dealing with right now, who especially life coaches, is there's no trust in the market anymore because there's so many people claiming they're a life coach. And so what's happening is what life coaches are doing is they're driving their prices down in the hopes that it will build trust. So eventually they can get lots of testimonials, case studies, referrals, and eventually when people see, wow, you've worked with 25 people already, you must be amazing, then they can charge more money. Here's the sad reality. It's not working. That's not helping. It doesn't matter because here's the problem. In this situation now where there's just millions of life coaches, there's always somebody who has more. There's always somebody who has more clients, more testimonials, more case studies, more books on Amazon, more degrees, more life coaching certifications. And so you're always going to be ended up playing this game of constantly like treading water, and driving your prices down is not the way to do it, okay? You can't do it because you can't compete. Eventually your prices get so low, you get so discouraged, you're like, I'm working full time and I'd be better off getting a job, right? You don't want that. So what do we do to fix that if that's not the strategy? How do we get high ticket life coaching clients who will pay you what you're worth and you can scale your coaching business? Well, like I said, the first thing we got to do is number one, stop dropping prices because it's not working and it doesn't build credibility. Number two, we have to niche you down to be seen as the only option in a sub niche that you can dominate. And this is where a lot of life coaches struggle. What they do is they don't want to leave anybody out because ultimately what a lot of life coaches have is they got like these referrals coming their way. They got people who they know, meet at conferences, this, that, or the other thing. And they're like, hey, I'm struggling with anxiety. They're like, oh, I can help you with that. Another person's, hey, I got a depression issue. Oh, I can help with that. And another one's, I'm dealing with a midlife crisis. Can you help me with that? Oh, sure, I totally can help you. How do I lose weight? Oh, yeah, that's a mindset issue. Can I help you with that too? And so they're bringing in all these clients are coming their way, and they have this toolbox to help all of them, which is awesome. But the problem is you can't take that toolbox of helping the whole world and translate it to only, to going online and getting more clients. It doesn't work that way. And so what we've got to do is we got to go, what is the biggest problem that you can solve for people who have a lot of money and who want to pay to solve that problem? Okay. So life coaching is like a concept. It's not people aren't looking for a life coach. Very few people woke up this morning and said, I need a life coach. It just doesn't happen, okay? If they do, they're Googling it. And they go on Google and type it in. And the problem is you can't bid on those keywords because they're incredibly expensive. There's only a few good keywords, and there's so many people trying for them, so it's good luck with that. So we've got to get them other ways. And the way we're going to do it is we want to focus on the problem. What is the biggest problem that you can solve that people will pay money for, okay? And I prefer that you go after professionals, business owners, that kind of thing, who have money, who make money, right? Because if you're just helping the average person making $50,000 a year to get better with their money and stuff like that, that's a tough go, right? And so what we want to do is we want to go, okay, if you're a life coach, what is a problem that you can solve that you know you're good at that people will pay lots of money for? So maybe it's hypothetically professionals, okay, who are making 6 figures a year, which really is not much anymore, right? Like $100,000 a year doesn't get you very far in a lot of places. So that's a bare minimum. They're professionals. Now, what problem are we going to solve? Well, one of the problems that you can solve is like burnout, okay? That's a big issue that a lot of multi-6-figure professionals have who are working 60, 70 hours a week. There's a lot of that going on, right? So what if we just hook that all together? And this is a hypothetical example, but you were coaching 6-figure professionals working 60 plus hours a week who are dealing with burnout and don't know how to get out of it, and it's affecting their job, their all that kind of stuff. Is that a problem somebody will pay $3,000, $5,000, $10,000 to fix? Yes. All right. So then now you're the expert for that specific little group of people who have that problem. So now instead of competing with all the other millions of life coaches out there to help people with everything, you're helping people with a specific specialization. And what you've got to remember is the mindset of, well, I don't want to exclude anybody. You're not going to get anybody, okay? Because people are not looking for life coaches. They're looking to solve a big problem, and you're the person to solve that big problem. Make sense? So that's what you're going to do, and that's how we're going to fix this whole thing. So number two, we're going to solve the biggest problem. You've got to remember something very important. Your ideal client is trying to buy themselves out of something, not get into something. They're looking for that to fix that problem. What is that problem that they think about right before they fall asleep? They wake up thinking about it at 2 a.m. And then when they wake up, super tired at 6 o'clock, they're like, oh, this problem, I got to deal with this. That's what you need to help them fix, assuming they have money, assuming that they want to work with you. Now, the third thing we need to do in terms of getting more high-ticket life coaching clients is we actually have to price your stuff properly so that you can make the math work and that you can afford ads. Now, before I talk about this, I need you to do 2 quick things. Number 1, hit the subscribe button. What I'm going to do is I've had over about 1,300 coaching clients over the years I've helped. I've also invested millions in ads. So what we do is we take what we're learning, what we're doing, all that, share it for free over here on YouTube, okay? And what you're not going to hear anything about updated videos I have unless you click that link and subscribe. I've got like 20 some odd videos in production right now that we're going to be rolling out. And if you never know if one of those videos is the exact thing you need to help take your business to the next level, right? So click that link, hit subscribe. Now, the other thing I have for you is if you hit in the pinned comment section, or the description, there's a link to my free school community where I'm going to give you a free 300-word Facebook ad template that I've used to enroll a lot of clients, and an exclusive training on how to implement it to get these clients off Facebook, show you how to enroll them, show you how to be seen as the only option. All kinds of exclusive training over there. So you're going to want to click that link, go to my free school community. Again, you just got to get logged in, get to work. We have live trainings over there. All of it's free, okay? So that's what I need you to do. Number 3, the third thing, how do we get more high-ticket life coaching clients in terms of pricing? Well, what we want to do is you need to realize that, like what I said, your ideal client is buying themselves out of something, not into something. And what life coaches often do is they're selling some awesomeness. You have to realize this. What we want to do is you want to get people on your call, and your job is to help them understand the cost of not working with you is greater than the cost of working with you, okay? So what that means is this. When you're done explaining everything and getting through it all, they need to understand that the problem they have is like this big and this expensive, and the cost of working with you is like this. That's why you can charge $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $10,000, and it's probably still a deal. But you can't manipulate people, right? You don't want to force it. If they come on and they have a problem that's big, your job is to help them understand. This is how much it's costing you to stay where you are. Doesn't always have to be financial. Oftentimes financial is the smallest problem. It could be relational, it could be weight, it could be spiritual. All those other things add up. What's the cost somebody's paying to be burned out, right? How's that affecting you, your family? The cost of a divorce is really expensive, okay? The cost of losing your health or staying in a position where your currently health is suffering. Huge price, right? And so we've got to make sure that they understand the cost. And then when we show them your price, it's a lot less. So then more people are going to want to work with you, right? So that's the biggest thing. A lot of coaches are just selling the benefits of working with them. Hey, I'm going to help you manifest this and dream this and get that. And people are like, oh, okay, cool. And you're like, well, it's $5,000. And they're like, what? I got to afford $5,000. Okay, right? Doesn't work. So you need to do these 3 things to hopefully get more high-ticket life coaching clients. Click the link in the pinned comment or in the description. Head over to my free school community. I'm going to get you access to that 300-word ad template that works to get coaching clients. I'm going to give you exclusive training on actually how to implement it, and exclusive training how to be seen as the only option so you can build trust with people who haven't worked with you yet, plus access to live training calls, and you're able to ask me questions. Head over there now. We'll see you over there.